With WrestleMania 34 coming up, which I'm not excited for at all, I still may or may not watch it. I thought, you know what would be fun and would get me closer to 900, 1000 video would be to rate every single WrestleMania match. Do a Dave Meltzer on y'all. So let's dive straight into it, eh? Now I've had WrestleMania on in the background. I don't need to re-watch it again, or most of the WrestleManias, as I've re-watched them, watched them enough times in my lifetime. You only get one life, and I want to spend time watching some of these matches that are not particularly good. Now, let's dive right into it with my number 9 of the 9 WrestleMania matches that took place at the very first WrestleMania from 1985, the year of that great film Commando. Number 9, Brutus Beefcake versus David Sammartino, no stars out of 5. This is arguably the most boring match I've ever seen in my life, and I do not wish to ever watch it again. Number 8 was another no-star match affair for the Women's, or should I say Ladies' Championship, as it was referred to in this particular event. Wendy Richter won the Ladies' Championship from Leilani Kai, and it was just a mess of a match. It really was. There was nothing for me in this match to give it any stars. Number 7 on my list is the first of the 1-star match, and the job match of the night, which saw King Kong Bundy demolish Special Delivery Jones. It was fun for what it was, but I can't award it any more than 1 stars. It made Bundy look like a beast, and he defeated him in a record-breaking time, according to Gorilla Monsoon, 9 seconds. But it was not quite as quick as 9 seconds, Monsoon. Let's just say. Number 6 is the Andre the Giant matchup of the night, and he slammed Big John Studd to hang on to his career. His career was on the line in this match. Apart from the WrestleMania moment, which was him slamming Big John Studd, this match, there's nothing to it, so 1 star from me for the moment. Number 5, the 5th best match of the night. Now, none of these matches get above 2 stars, so spoiler alert. But there was a lot of excitement in this WrestleMania card, and the crowd was into most of it, so there's definitely a lot of excitement there and a lot of hype, but not much substance when you watch it in 2018. And it was, the 5th best match tonight was Junkyard Dog versus Greg the Hammer Valentine for the Intercontinental Championship. It was no wrestling masterpiece by any means, but it was quite quick, and it was fun for what it was. 2 stars from me. The 4th best match tonight was Maniac Matt Borne. Actually, I've botched this. I've been not looking at my list, but I think, yeah, this match was actually not as good as, or not as enjoyable as JYD v Greg the Hammer Valentine. So sorry, I've botched this WrestleMania rating video set already. But anyways, Maniac Matt Borne versus Ricky Steamboat. Now, these are 2 great workers. I enjoy Matt Borne. He was the best and only Doink the Clown in my eyes. Ricky Steamboat, everybody knows he's a fantastic worker, but these 2, I don't know if they never got enough time, but they didn't have great chemistry in this matchup. So I could only award it 2 stars out of 5, and I enjoyed JYD v Greg the Hammer Valentine better than this one. Now, back on track. Hopefully there'll be no more awkward botches in my list. The 3rd best match of the night was the very first WrestleMania match of all time, Tito Santana versus the Executioner, and the crowd were pretty hot for this one, and it wasn't by no means a must-see match, but it was fun for what it was. It got the crowd going. There was not much to complain about. Tito Santana wins the first ever WrestleMania match, locking in the figure four leg lock. And yeah, 2 stars out of 5 from me. Now, the top 2 matches of the night were the tag team matches of the night. One was for the tag team championship, and the other was the main event, which drew the fans in. But my number 2 spot goes to that main event. It had all the hype, had all the excitement, had 3 of the biggest wrestling stars at the time, 2 of the biggest wrestling stars of all time in Piper and Hogan. And then there was Mr. T, who was, to be fair, he was a terrible wrestler, awful, but he was one of the biggest 80s icons there is. But this match, if you go through the hype, go through the excitement, this was a mess, and it wasn't a great main event. To watch, to enjoy in 2018, I wouldn't recommend it, so it only gets 2 stars out of 5 from me. But my most enjoyable match of this WrestleMania card was the Tag Team Championship match, which saw Nikolai Volkov and Iron Sheik defeat Barry Windham and IRS, as he would be called later on, Mike Rotundo. Now, Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo looked completely uncomfortable doing the pre-match interviews. They sucked at interviewing back then. I think Mike Rotundo really needed a gimmick, and he worked much better as Urban R. Seister. But this match is the match of the night for me. It had some great wrestling moves in it, had excitement, the crowd were really into it. Doesn't quite get 3-star out of 5 rating, but it was the best 2-star match of the night. Now, overall, WrestleMania, I've reviewed it before 5 years ago. It's a very exciting event. The crowd's very hot. There's a lot of hype. It's a very important wrestling event. I'd recommend to watch it at least once if you're a hardcore wrestling fan, but it's by no means the greatest WrestleMania of all time, but arguably one of the most important ones. Hope you enjoyed my ratings, apart from that bloody botch.